Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Lukeness Monster, and today we're going to be looking at the Marvel Legends Infinity Saga Iron Man Mark III. Now this is an awesome figure. I'm a huge Iron Man fan, and when I saw that they released a Mark III, I just absolutely had to pick it up. So like I said, it is part of the Infinity Saga line, which is really cool. They're all MCU based figures, part of the movies that are kind of doing just throwback figures that either needed a re-release or hadn't been made yet. So yeah, really happy to get my hands on this. Like I said, it says Iron Man Mark III right there. We do have the Avengers logo, the Iron Man logo at the top there. On this side, we do have this amazing Infinity Saga artwork with all the different characters there, looking really cool. I absolutely love this artwork. It looks so freaking cool. Flipping it over to the back, we do have the Iron Man poster, a bunch of like little legals at the bottom here, and you can pause and read the bio if you would like. Flipping it over to this side, another one of those really cool posters. Again, I absolutely love this art style on the side. Another Infinity Saga logo, another Avengers logo. So yeah, not a whole lot going on with the box. Let's go ahead and get this guy open. Alrighty, we do have Iron Man out of the box. I do have to say this guy is looking really good. This being, I guess, my second Iron Man figure that I own. He is outstanding. I actually like this one a whole lot more than the first one I have, which we will actually do a comparison later in the video. But man, this guy is really cool. He comes with an extra head, swappable hands, and even like little wrist accessories, which is super cool. Me mainly being a Black Series collector, you don't get a lot of that extra stuff with Black Series, so it's super cool to get that with Marvel Legends. And yeah, this guy is absolutely stunning. You know, this is just one of those classic Iron Man suits that he wears through pretty much all of the first movie. One of the I guess suits that kicked off the entire MCU, so there's a lot of nostalgia with that, but this guy is just awesome, and the figure really shows, so I'm glad we're finally getting him in the Marvel Legends line. So let's go ahead, take him off the rotating stand, and look at all of the cool accessories that he comes with. The first accessory I want to take a close look at is the alternate head. Now this is the Iron Man head with the mask flipped up, and it is super cool. It does have that amazing photoreal Robert Downey Jr. head underneath, and it looks absolutely incredible. The resemblance to Tony Stark is really uncanny, and it's definitely one of the best Tony Stark head molds we've gotten to date. Even though it is just a face, it still looks absolutely incredible. I really wish every Iron Man release from now on will have a mask flipped up version like this, because it is super cool. But yeah, it is pretty realistic and pretty awesome as well. I do wish that the mask could like flip down, but that is a little unrealistic, but it is really freaking cool. He also does come with alternate hands. He does have the fisted hands that you see. You can pop these guys out fairly easily and swap it in for the repulsor kind of hands. And I do like this and I don't like this. I like this because you could do like the flying pose, I guess, where his hands are straight down, or you could do like the repulsor pose where he's shooting it out. But the problem is he doesn't have the little pegs for the repulsors, and he doesn't come with any of the repulsor blasts either, which is very odd. Most Iron Man figures come with little holes in the hands and their own repulsor blast to, like, you know, shoot out of the hands, and this one doesn't come with that. It's not the end of the world. I don't think I would have used them anyway, but it would have been nice to get them with this figure. But, you know, he does have the pegs on the feet. I guess if you do have extra repulsors and you want him to be flying, you could throw it in the feet, just not in the hands. Before I take any closer look, I do want to take a look at this chest piece. I've seen a lot of reviews and a lot of people saying, man, it looks so cool. It looks like it's actually lit up. Actually seeing this in hand, it doesn't look very good. I know that's weird to say, but it looks like one of those cheap stickers you'd get on like a childhood toy back when you were a kid, and you'd always like peel it off. I don't know if I'm the only one that did that, but that's what it looks like. You can like see the dots to make it look like it's glowing, and it just looks kind of weird. I hope I can get the camera to focus on it, but you can see like the little dots, and it just looks like they're trying to do a glowing effect, but it comes off really weird. I don't know. I know a lot of people said it looks good. I just don't personally like it. It looks kind of cheap, I guess, but that's just my opinion. Anyway, moving down the arm, his forearm does have several accessories you can use. It does have the basic like closed armor accessory right here that you can pop off. That's if you don't want any, I guess, accessory to go with it. You can just have it like the normal armor. It does have this little panel that clicks on right here. If it'll go in. I'm putting it in the wrong way. That's the problem. There we go. Now it's in the right way. So this panel is like one of those. It's an interesting looking panel, and I think it's supposed to be trying to pull off like the armor is closing in around his wrist, like it's pre-assembling, I guess. I think that's what it's trying to pull off, but I just don't think it looks very good. It looks kind of weird, and I guess without the rest of the armor doing that anyway, it just kind of looks off. So it's a cool accessory. I'm glad they included it, but it's definitely not anything I would use. The one that I'm most excited about is the little rocket accessory. Now this one is really, really cool. It's like the panel is popping up. If I can get his arm twisted around here. It's like the panel is popping out to shoot missiles. That is super cool, guys. I absolutely love that. You know, Black Series would never include something like that on the figure, and I'm so glad that this Iron Man has it because it is such a cool concept, and they executed it perfectly on this figure. I do wish we had the same option to do on this arm, but this arm is just molded in. You can't take anything off there, but this is still super, super cool that they have the ability to do that. Alrighty, now going over articulation. His head is on a ball at the top of the head and at the neck, so it can go all the way around. Arms can go up to a T-pose. They also swivel at the bicep, and it can go all the way around. The elbow gets almost all the way up, which is absolutely insane. Like I said, a lot of Black Series doesn't do that. He does have crunch and swivel at the abdomen, I guess you could say. No waist swivel, unfortunately, but that's all right because we do have the crunch, so it doesn't really matter. Legs can kick very high up, and they can kick very far back. If you do bend the knee as well, you can kick his own butt. And then you do have rockers at the ankles. Totally forgot the wrists, but wrists, no hinges, but it does rotate. So yeah, pretty good figure, very good articulation on this guy. Definitely a fan. And then up for comparisons, we do have the Mark III next to the holographic Iron Man, which is also the Mark 46 suit of armor, and they both look really good together, of course. I just, of course, love this translucent blue, but yeah, a little bit different. This guy is a little bit shorter than the Mark III, but like I said, all the armors are different, so I guess the 43 is newer, so it's a little bit more compact, I guess, going in like timeline of MCU. But it is pretty similar in articulation, very similar, but it does have a little bit different designs here and there. I did notice that his arms are very, very long on this one compared to his arms. It's really weird. I don't know why the 43's arms are so much longer than the Mark III, but did I say 43? I meant the 46 arms are so much longer than the Mark III, but it looks a little weird when you put them next to each other. You know, if the figure's on its own, you hardly even notice, but when they're right side by side to each other, it is very interesting. I don't know. I think that the Mark III just looks a little bit better with proportions, but I guess it is also a newer mold, so that does make sense. So yeah, this guy is just awesome. Like I said, it is my second Iron Man suit altogether, but I am thoroughly impressed with this guy. I am a big Iron Man fan, a big MCU fan, and I'm just really happy to get this guy overall. I'm gonna give him a 5 out of 5. I really don't see a whole lot of flaws with this guy. Articulation is great, ton of accessories, which is really cool, and it just overall looks really, really good, and it is accurate to the Mark III in the film. So yeah, I'm super happy with how this guy came out, and I cannot wait for them to make more of those classic Iron Man suits that we just don't have in figure form yet. Like, I know the Iron Man Mark V is one that I really desperately want. It's my favorite Iron Man suit. Well, I believe we do have one in Legends. It is a very old mold and is very, very scuffed. Yeah, it's a very rough mold, and I'd love to see what it could do with all the updated technology on an Iron Man Mark V. I don't know, if Hasbro, if you're watching this, please consider making Infinity Saga Mark V, but other than that, that is going to do it for the video. If you did enjoy, hit that like button and subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video.